So, hi everyone, welcome if you're a hashtag OG oldie, nothing to do with age. Wait a minute, let me just get this right. And yeah, welcome if you're new, if you're a hashtag newbie, that's what we call you until you decide you're not. Right, so I'm going to do something a bit different. I'm shaking it up, guys. So, as always, if you're new, this is a twin flame channel, so I talk about twin flames, funnily enough. But you're more than welcome to hang around because if you're just feeling drawn to the channel, trust that it's for a reason. It could be, you never know, with Aquarius new moon tomorrow being about shock surprises. It could be that you're a twin flame and you haven't realised and you're awakening to it. Doesn't mean it's always the case, guys. You could just be somebody that's lurked or followed me from the other social media platforms because I've been around in public well, as this name anyway, because I'm a double mission light warrior, for 9 years on the summer solstice. So, but whatever, like I said, I'm open for this channel changing a little bit to be pulling in people that aren't on the twin flame journey, and I'm helping you other parts of your life, because really my mission is, it's in my info bit, I've not changed my info bit for like 2 years or something, that I want to empower people with, oh my god, it just fell over. So some people need some people really need empowered, because everything I do is part of the channeling. Everything I do is channeling energy, however I'm appearing, and healing and clearing energy. And my physical vessel right now is needing more rest, but I felt really strongly guided to do this. And the excitement that was coming over me when I'm not in those fields, like, told me, like, it's really confirming that, yeah, I'm meant to be doing this for people. But basically, and then there's the 144, so there's a confirmation for me that I'm maybe doing this. It's I'm just laughing because Aquarius is about shock, surprises, awakening, and I've just spoke about that there too. Because if you're new to me, God speaks through me. So yes, I'm a medium as well, and if I'm channeling loved ones in spirit, your loved ones could be either talking to me, beside me in the spirit world, or all around me, however you look at it, or they can talk through me too. So, um, but it doesn't stop the entertainment of me being shocked every time I say something, and then the card backs it up. But what I always like to teach, the teacher part of me being a Sagittarius moon, is to stay humble and grounded with that 222, because that's love and partnership. Because yeah, that I see that a lot, where people can just get a bit too carried away with that. Anyway, it's all part of the fun of it, and and that's part of people's unique lessons too. But stay grounded. But I do know it's cool, because you see my reaction is, oh. But what I mean is, when you're kind of like, I told you, I told you, I told you so. Like, nobody likes I told you so. Do you know what I mean? It's just going to put people off. It puts me off when I see that, even when I like someone. So I know that that's why sometimes when it comes out in my mouth, like, what I don't say I told you so. What is the thing that sometimes comes out in my mouth that I'm not keen on? I can't actually think right now, but I'll probably do it. Watch this, they'll make me do it. I don't think it's C either. Maybe it's not C. It's on the tip of my tongue. I don't know. Anyway, well, that'll have something to do with something too. So maybe you've got someone around you that's saying I told you so or something. I don't know. Or someone's feeling there's an energy of I told you so. That can be present with twin flames. Like, some divine masculines that are still in the dark night of soul could be preventing themselves from coming forward because they feel like they're going to get that energy towards them. Which is why it's so important that there's people like me and other genuine people being that, like, look, it's all about forgiveness. Because look, this, oh, you can't see it. So I'm going to do a pick a card, but I found this card, but I might take a while for me to get around to saying that. But basically, I'll just say it now. If you've not got the patience to listen to all the bits before I actually get into it, I honestly, genuinely am going to be your cup of tea. But like I always say, I'd rather be somebody's shot of whiskey than everyone's cup of tea. I'm not for everyone. And like I'd said before, very brutally, on the last live I done, if everybody's loving me, I'm doing something wrong. It's not like it. And I just looked at my birthday numbers. How's that for confirmation? I just looked at 418 and my birthday's 18/4. And that's union energy too. If you're new, that's my birthday adds up to the Four of Wands. Of course, because we're actually not that far away from it, it could be significant that the 18th of April is going to be significant for your journey too. Like, it could be people's unions coming about around the spring, because that is really when people wake up, is Aries season. But that's actually nearly going into Taurus season. But anyway, blah, blah, blah. What I'm saying is, all the messages that are going to come out before I get into the pick a card, or even if one person really needs to hear it, and it's always more than one, although I channel it like it's one twin flame pair, So we'll have to get going with it. And look, they've guided me to that again. So I feel there is, it's quite funny because I've just had a synchronicity there. So again, I always keep it anonymous, but to me, this is innocence, right? The inner child innocence of you and your twin flame. Because like I'd said before, one of my other mystical high priestess friends had given me this years and years and years ago. And she said it was like me and him. And again, it's like she's never met him or anything, because that's one of my older friends that is just, very mystical. But it's, you don't need to meet somebody to feel the energy, because it's like I said, whoever my twin flame is part of my energy, I'm part of his, whether we like or not. Same with you and yours. But, although that's quite funny, because they're just reminding me of that. It's funny the way that, like, I can't remember whether actually, no, it wasn't her directly. She did, it was somebody close to her, a family member, actually did end up. That's happened a few times. That happened with someone else in a really funny way. My twin flame actually got my friend at the time's mum up to dance at a party. Anyway, I've not seen that person for ages. Anyway, moving on. But this isn't that. It was like I said, serendipitously how I know this other woman. We'd worked out right at the kind of, we worked out just after knowing each other quite a while that actually somebody close to her is somebody close to him. Anyway, I'm not going into that. That's just like, I don't know why they're getting me to say that, but I think they're, because I can't even remember it. Well, I can remember what it is, but it's not like really big or anything, but it is kind of amazing how you can sort of, your worlds can collide without you knowing, and then well, specifically, actually, I suppose I could go in a wee bit. It's like that person's kid feels a real strong connection to me, and I think it's one of her friends is something to do with my twin flame. Now, I can't remember if it's actually family or like some sort of friend of the family or something, but it was like, because that kid is so just really was like really drawn to me. And I just feel there must be something about crystal children here for me to be going into this, because I'm saying children, but I'm pretty sure that like she'll be a teenager now. But it's just really getting across that, like, children, but now teenagers, they feel energy. And I can't remember how we worked out that out. I don't know why I'm going in. I have no idea why I'm going into all of that. But anyway, whatever, moving on. Right, so it's just about the wee links. It's about the wee links to people. And feeling a sense of familiarity. Remember I said I can't say that word, and I said it when I was doing something else before. I said it easily. And now I'm not being able to say the word again. So there's something that it's like, don't let these wee hurdles get in your way. Because I certainly fucking don't. Who cares? I make a joke about it. Sometimes I can say that, sometimes I can't. Familiarity. There we go. Familiarity. See what I mean? They're teaching you. Familiarity. It's not a big deal. Sometimes I can say it, sometimes I can't. Right, so, and again, I'm just going to let go of whatever that all was there. But it's just so funny. It's just the memories that things evoke when you see something. It was something more. It was like my friend had, I don't know if she'd just been to the wedding or somebody she knows had just been to a wedding. And then it must have been something but he's literally always at a wedding. I used to call him a wedding crasher. So anyway, that's a joke. True. Right, so there might be something about weddings here too, when we said that too. But there's something, it was so long ago, it's just faintly on my... But anyway, let me get back to, because that's just the random bit that I'll let it go wherever it goes to. I just had a synchronicity there where it was like, so I've got a really unique thing happens to me on my journey, and I don't know if this happens to anyone else. I've never saw any other twin flame guide, teacher, whatever words everyone wants to use it. I've never seen anybody else explain that this happens to them. It doesn't mean it doesn't, but I've never seen anyone be that honest. But that's not that unusual. Like a lot of people read this journey like, some people read it like they're not even one, not all people do that, like, or they'll slip it in now and again, and I get it. It's all part of them feeling vulnerable. But I'm just out there open, like, whatever, like, this is me. But remember, even I had my part of doing that too. Like, I didn't say that I was a twin flame in public until I was ready, which was only a couple of years ago. But everyone else knew on the lives, you know what I mean? I mean, on the live calls 1-to-1, because you couldn't not know. It's literally integral to my life purpose. But like, and that's what I mean. That won't be the case with others. That even when you get on the call, they'll have a guard up. There's no much of a guard with me, guys. I mean, anyone will tell you that when they're on the call. Because if I had my guard up like that, I wouldn't be able to get anywhere near your shadow. So I have to be very vulnerable, and so blah blah blah. Right. So, but I just had a really lovely synchronicity. So what the thing is, right, is sometimes I can have connections in my life, and it's like whether it be with soul family clients or whether it be in my personal life, because there can be an overlap between all of this stuff. Sometimes the dynamic that I've got with people in my life, it can play out like me and my twin flame. And what I mean by that is, it's like there's this beautiful connection, a friendship, or, you know, or if I've been like, if I've helped you on your healing journey at some point, and even when it's friends, I've helped them with their healing journey. Do you know what I mean? And people support me back, 11. But the point of me saying this is, it's a beautiful sensitivity. And remember, I always say sensitivity is a beautiful gift. But what I mean is, it's like we can both care so much about one another's feelings that it's like you feel like you're bothering the person if you get in touch with them. And again, it's like, I'm not going to go too deep into that, because I could feel myself possibly getting a wee bit upset there, because I tap into the collective energy, but it's myself, and it's just, it kind of brings me around to what I've spoke about before about 1144. They're bringing out the big guns today. It's just part of this journey. And like I said, it is something that happens to me. And so it's why I say, when I feel guided to, that if anybody, I don't really know how to describe it, but if anybody is really in their head and their ego's telling them, I don't know, it's been too long, or I wouldn't want to hear from them, or anything like that, then try to push that aside and reach out somehow. But if you, I don't know who I'm talking to here, if you feel you need a session, because like I said, I'm professional enough that I can do that. Where I have to give a buffer on this, and I know this can be confusing, is if it's in my personal life, that's different, because there's definite people that it's the end of the road with. Yeah, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like we're not in each other's lives for a reason. But again, same thing. It doesn't mean I don't love, forgive, and want people to be happy. But you can definitely, you know, you have boundaries with people for a reason. But I just, so again, that might be clear as mud. But again, it's interesting to see who's lurking on here. But yeah, it was just, I can just tell with one of the synchronicities I just had. So the point is, it's very Aquarius, because it was a nice surprise that I just had a confirmation that it doesn't matter how much time has passed with someone in my life, that they were thinking of me just as much as I was thinking of them, but we've just both been going through a lot of our own shit. And like I said, I get isolated and, basically instructed to go into solitude from everyone at times. So that can be difficult, because, and they're pulling me to Toblerone, I love you, the gift that keeps on giving, of course. But again, I feel in this case, yeah, that'll be from your twin flame to some of you if that resonates. Well, it should fucking resonate. But it's also, I just got drawn to 1344, which in the weird way they talk to me, is also 144 again, because of the 24-hour clock. And I'm not looking at the timer. My eyes are going all about the place, and then just pull my eyes down. So that's 3 times in 4 different ways. Actually, 4 times if you include my birthday numbers. So, but yeah, I think that's it. So I think with the synchronicity that I've had, which, like I'm saying, it was a nice synchronicity of being on the same page with someone. And if you've not spoke to them in ages, it's not because you both don't care about each other. It's because you've both had a lot on. And remember, this is why I keep saying we are in the depths of winter. And a lot of people, whether it be down to a dark night of the soul or just a rougher part of spiritual awakening, which we're all going through, many people just, you do want a lot more time to yourself. Because it's like, I'm noticing that with like some of my other pals that are more, well, I'm not going to say not spiritual, but yeah, I can't think of any other way to say it. Like, more practical, that are, getting about with getting on with their day-to-day life and everything, and not paying attention to the kind of, the winter part of it so much. Some of them sometimes don't get that about me, that I really do move with the seasons like that, and it's like need more time myself. Um, but because it's life's about compromise, like, you know, I'm gearing up to probably next week or the week after, like going and hanging out with one of my pals and her kids, because it's you know, time can pass so quickly. But like I said, there's some other my friends that I've considered really close that I haven't actually seen for like much longer than that. Um, but then there's other people in my life that I haven't seen for years, and that's absolutely meant to be. Because so I don't know why they're maybe this I do know though, because we're in the shadow. Like right now, I am very, very much in the and what I mean is I'm deep dark into the divine feminine. We're in a dark moon, balsamic moon right now. The new moon in Aquarius is tomorrow. Capricorn moon right now. Capricorn is a feminine sign, but the dark moon, the balsamic moon, is the divine feminine as well. I'm obviously very strongly a divine feminine that can tap into divine masculine energies as well. Um, but I'm very, the divine feminine is about dealing with the darkness, you know, dealing with the shadow, dealing with the underworld, dealing with the lower world, dealing with the stuff that a lot of people don't want to deal with. Which is why, you know, oh yeah, because that's what they were wanting me to say as well, you know, because I'm a womb healer and I activate, well, miracles really at the womb, but I have to clear the trauma first for the collective, but also in personal sessions, which is what all the people I'm attracting just now. It's either the person themselves or like not everyone, but some people, or it's like people around them. It's all things to do with um these sort of things. So it's kind of like, because like I always say, every single one of us has got trauma, but basically um I'm clearing a lot of collective trauma, but also just like releasing energy from the work that I've done recently, just to well, basically I need to transmute the energy, right? So when I do things like this, and so they're just pulling me into the word darkness. But again, it's like, yeah, certain darkness is easy. And then look, I've just put on, I just had a bath and put on this polka dotty night shirt thing. So it's like that looks like stars in the night sky as well. Um but yeah, I suppose that's what I'm just listening to what they're saying. What they're saying is, you know, the difference between if you haven't spoke to somebody you're close to in a year or whatever, or less or a wee bit more, and you can feel that you're both thinking of one another and sending each other good energy or prayers and that. But and you know, like, well, I know the difference anyway between that and people you haven't spoke to in a while, and like they've, you know, they, you can tell that it's like they it's not, well, yeah, they don't care, like, basically, because otherwise they would have popped up on the scene, or synchronicities or something like that. It's basically what I'm saying is I've had times in my life, and it's been that long ago now that it makes sense, you know, that it's, I can talk about it, but it's like that told me everything I needed to know. And I just got up to my birthday numbers here, 1804, is that it's like, I don't want people like that in my life, you know what I mean? Like, and that's, and I think they're telling me, this for a reason. It's like, beware of people. Yeah, I think this is connected to that past life reading where it was like when the devil comes a knocking. Now that might be a bit harsh to call, but you know what I mean. But what it basically means to me is it's like karmic energies. It's like if people come back in your life, and it's like, I don't know, just try to make out like it's just one of these things that you've drifted, and because it's kind of gaslighting in a way. Um, like, you'll know the difference. Like the interaction I just had there, like, I know for a fact that like me and that person have been both thinking and keeping each other in each other's thoughts. And then we've both just connected when we were meant to, because we both had a lot of stuff on, you know what I'm saying? Whereas other people that have just fallen away from my life, it's well, what was the catalyst from it was getting insight. Oh, I know what this is. It's the Pluto and Aquarius, like, conjunct the Mercury. Wait a minute, let's let me see that. Although it's like a few degrees away from now from when it was exact, I still consider it still with that energy. You know, it's diving deep into the shadow and the hell, really. It's you know, it's really deep stuff. It's like um Well, I actually feel you personally could be getting insights into why you were right to step back from certain people. Or, yeah, so again, I've not personally had that myself, but I wouldn't be surprised if I do start being shown or things like that start happening. But, well, actually, I have had it over the years, but I just mean not recently. If like that's what was actually quite a nice surprise, is that someone that I have been like, where is that? Because again, there's a few people like that right now that, like, there's some people I've worked with in the past as well that I'm like, where the hell is that person? You know what I mean? And I just keep praying and hoping that it's because people are happy with their twin flames and in union, or in deep hermit mode of winter. But, you know, if you think that that might be you, and we usually would keep in contact more often over email, then I would, like, yeah, if you could sort of drop me a line just to sort of let me know how you're doing, and I would really appreciate that, because I do worry about people. And then that, like I just said to my friend there, like, I can get in my head and worry about, like, not wanting to bother people too. So, but it's important you know the difference, because what I mean is, um, like, with certain things that have happened in my life, it told me everything I needed to know, because it was like, well, has that person ever asked after me? You know, did they care about me? And it was like, nope, they've never. Do you know what I mean? So that tells you all you need to know when there's mutual people involved and somebody has not mentioned you at all, like good, bad, or indifferent. Do you know what I mean? What's going on there? Either there's guilt or there's just like they don't care. Either's not great, is it? And it gives you, I feel it's God giving you the confirmation that, yeah, you're right to step away from anyone like that. And like you say, guys, sometimes it's just because I think it's to do, well, I don't think, I know it's to do with ascension. You're just changing and growing that much that it's not wise to have people around you if they're not doing the same kind of healing deep work, then they're inevitably going to have hidden animosity or insecurities towards you, because they're not being happy themselves. So anyway, right, I have no idea why they want to go into all that much detail, but like I said, the whole point of it is maybe look out for things like that, like nice wee surprising connections of people that have went a bit quiet, or you've went a bit quiet, or you've both went quiet, and them just popping up to say hello. Because like I said, that's definitely someone in my life that I've noticed from the minute we've been connected, that when we see each other, we're close as fuck, and just get on like a house on fire in every single way. We've got the same sense of humor, you know, everything. Like, just it's just like, even I'm smiling when I say it. Like, I just love being around this person. But when there's things going on in my life or her life, it's like basically, it's, yeah, there we go. I get why they're saying this. It's the energies that try to attack twin flames can really get in the middle of us. And I don't mean like as in like falling out or arguments, because that's not how it happens with this friend that I'm talking about. It's more just like, because I feel that they can't do that with me and this person, it's more just like it's like they go for your mind in the ego way of, oh, it's been too long, you know, because you've been caught up in your stuff, like they're not going to want to hear from you, like, you know, it's like, you know, you've not been a very good friend, or, you know what I mean, like you could both be hearing that. But that was really the case with me and this person. So that's why it's quite a nice feeling when that's lifted, that it's like, you know, and also just when you get older, that happens, right? You know what I mean? Like, your life goes in all these different ways. People have kids, people have, you know what I mean, it's people have got different responsibilities. So it's about being a grown up about it too. But just, I know this is confusing. It's confusing to deliver the message, but I get what they're saying. But just don't confuse those genuine people, like who I've just connected with people that have been off the scene quite a while now, and then them popping up and wanting to reconnect, because that's more than likely cloaked and clouded in a bit of guilt and a bit of whatever it was that went down, that you parted with them in the first place. You probably had good reason, so trust that. Is that enough? Is that... Why did they want me to shuffle these? Can you just give me confirmation of why? And like I'm saying, like, it's, you know, you can still want those people to be happy, but it's just not wise to let people like that back in your life. But make space for the good ones. Make space for the people that have just been healing. Everyone's healing in truth, but the point is, you don't need to have everyone in your life around you. Scales. justice documents. Yeah, karmic justice. I feel that's if you're reconnecting with people that you know you're really close with, that's the karmic justice starting to come back in. Because like you said, that's not, well, obviously she's not my twin flame, but she's very like my, like scarily so like my twin flame. Like, so when I haven't spoke or saw her for a while, I'm like, oh, this is pure shit, man. Like, it always feels like it's the energies trying to keep us apart. So see, that's, I'm just explaining that if anyone else tends to go through that. Because I do go through it with some soul fam clients as well. Not all though, because you'll know that, because I'm in regular contact with you, but there's some unique sets of twins that happens. It's interference. And I'm saying that to the ones I haven't heard from in a long time. If anything has gone into your head about me not wanting to hear from you, or worse, what would be worse for me, if like something's got into your head about me not being who I am, or not being, genuine or something like that. Look out for all that shit. That's the devil at work. Look at the facts of all the good stuff, and look at the facts of whatever you're getting in your head about, and I'd say that there's been some kind of fuckery went on there. They're pulling me, look at what they're pulling me to when I'm saying that. The evil eye thing. Right, tell us specifically about why I was saying that, about knowing the difference between the good ones. It's not the good ones and the bad eggs. It's not the good eggs and the bad eggs. It's just, what, like for me, if someone has been out your life for a significant amount of time and there's something about a bit shifty that went down, why on earth would you let somebody like that back in? Like, why? Unless it was your twin flame, because it's the other half of your soul. But even with that, you're going to be cautious and want a conversation and know the whole truth. Well, I fucking would anyway. But it's, you know what I mean? And then forgiveness can come in. But for with any other connection in your life, you know, be cautious of that. Because that situation I'm talking about with a friend of mine right now, like, that's unique, that I just know, I just noticed because we were both going through stuff at the same time and we needed space to heal. Like me and my twin flame, actually. Yeah, like that's how I'm kind of like, I know that person, whatever that person's been going through is what my twin flame's going through. It doesn't mean they'll be going through the exact same thing, but it's uncanny, the confirmation that I get. I'd even, like, basically, there you go, the fact that I've reconnected with that friend of mine. Now, what I mean is, it doesn't mean, oh yeah, my twin flame's ready to talk to me. It could be that, but it's kind of, you just got to let go. But again, when I'm saying me, this could be for you listening, many people. Because if that was the case, you know what I mean? Like, there are periods in my life where me and that friend are in regular contact. But it's just, the same thing happens where it could be quite a long time again. Actually, that, and yeah, and that actually happened before, that actually happens with more friends than just that one. It doesn't happen with every single friend, but it does happen with another friend I can think of too. We reconnect when we're meant to. Hard to describe, but I've done my best. Right, tell us about the fuckery though. And again, if you're confused, you're like, oh, well, it's a general reading, so book up, like, I'm going to be blunt here, you need to book a personal session and I can help you. But I suppose really, if there's any sort of doubt in your mind about somebody that should be letting back in your life, I would trust that, you know what I mean? That's why I say all the time, like, there's nobody, but I'm very careful when I say it, because look, like, I'm glad that person knows me well enough to know that that wasn't for her. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, but really, like, right now, there's nobody else, bar my twin flame, that I would want back in my life. It's just the other people that are MIA right now are people that I converse with through email. So, but again, it doesn't mean that I don't want people to be happy, and I wouldn't want you to be, you know what I mean? Even if you're someone that you're like, yeah, I can tell Claire's done with a friendship, I would still give you the time of day, is what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I would give you the time of day, but right, anyway. Old man, inheritance, male, husband, groom. This is the Divine Masculine card though, so there could be something about that there. That feels like a karmic energy. And envy, protection, aye, yeah. So that's why I knew it was something, that's why they're getting me to say that. I know it's like confusing as hell, but you've got to sort of work it out for yourself. Like, basically, don't gaslight yourself, like, because some people might be coming in to test you, And it's, yeah, anyway, whatever. I can't believe this bit's been so long. Anyway, so pick Amethyst, Green Kyanite, or Selenite now if you didn't before. And I'm going to get straight into, so I didn't look at any of these cards. I just chucked them all out. So it's got a few in it. So let's just go. Let's just go. I might even, I won't be able to cut it because I don't know. I'm actually just thinking just now, I could, I know what I'm going to do. I know what I'm going to do, right? I am going to stop this and then I'm going to join it together on the... Nah, fuck it, I won't. I was going to say I'll join it together. Fuck it, fuck it. It was all meant to be. It's for, like I said, all the shit in my life went down that many years ago that it's... They never let me say anything I'm not meant to say, basically. Because really the gist is that there's really positive connections coming back in your life and you've just both been in solitude healing and make space for it. Obviously that's going to in a big way be about the twin flame unions, because although that isn't my twin flame, because my twin flame is not a woman, it's like, just in case you're new to here, there wouldn't be anything wrong with that if that was the case, but this is, my twin flame is a male, and this female friend really reminds me of him. Happens with a few people in my life. Right, this, if you chose A, we've got angelic realms, a team effort, charity, validation, patience. Oh wow, look at all of this. Unicorns, wolves, the two wolves, you know, the wolves mate for life, and this is a wolf pack around here. So I'm going to read that from the book, because originally I was actually just going to read one of these cards and then they got me to pull a whole load more. They tricked me. So there might have been something about being tricked. I just opened the book at Galactic Vibration right when it's a new moon in Aquarius tomorrow, and I keep saying we're going galactic. That's so funny. Cosmic wave. I haven't used this deck of cards in ages, but it totally must be time for it. Yeah, Celestial Channel, that's what I am, yep. Right, so if you chose A, this is what's going on between you and your twin flame, or with you personally. And I've done it, that you'll see how I've done it, right? I've done it that there's a message from the divine feminine to divine masculine, divine masculine, divine feminine. But this is also whatever pile you chose, it's your inner divine feminine, divine masculine. So, yeah. A team effort, charity, validation, patience. The keepers of the angelic realm are the angelic hierarchy. They're conduits for healing energy, spirit messengers, awakenings, and deep spiritual insights, which is everything that I've just went on about. Speaking to you constantly, they're protectors and healers who can help you in any area of your life. Assisting in this collaboration, Archangel Metatron radiates in God's light and holds the sacred geometric cube that connects all living creatures and energies to the divine. Taking personal responsibility, which is what I'm always going on about, because my Saturn's in Scorpio in the first house. I'm here to teach people to take personal responsibility. And actually, I've just realised that that's what I was talking about. If people come back in your life and there's no apology and they're just talking to you like no time has passed, that's quite a good... It depends. If there was a need, like for instance, with who I just connected with today, there wasn't any kind of need for any apology. But actually, I was saying sorry because I was like, oh, you know what I mean? Sorry, I actually was going to reach out, and then I was getting in my head a little bit. So, but there wasn't really a need for it, because it's just both being the same sort of place. But and really, with the way that my friend spoke to me, it's like she's kind of that as well. Like, you know, I've had a lot going on, so it's you know what I mean. So we both were actually being apologetic to one another. But if you've got people that you know that they literally did fuck you over in some kind of way, like you know it, they know it, and then they try to come back and they don't apologise, that's not taking personal responsibility. It's not learning any lessons. And yeah, I wouldn't advise you let people like that back in your life. They haven't learned any lessons. And even if they do say sorry, to be honest, you still might not want to let them. So it's important that some people hear that, you know. Like, you don't need to, because you might be an eternal people pleaser. Like, don't have people around you that you don't trust if they've proven to you that they can't they can't be trusted. They might fuck you over again as a message. They might not, but you know, it's your call. I don't know what you're dealing with. Taking personal responsibility will ensure a cohesive angelic relationship, working with the loving angelic realm, Paul the Venetian, and the third ray. The union between physical and divine, which are what twin flames are about, is created by surrendering with gratitude and an open heart. Connect to the artist within you to express your divine light. That might have an extra message if you are some kind of artist in any way. It doesn't need to be with the means of paint and pens and all that kind of jazz. It could be like a creative artist, like that's like what I'm doing now, or a singer or something like that. It could be a wee bit of everything. Being a conscious creator, you have the power to liberate your soul so you can ascend your spirit. And again, right, so that's why they were like, no, keep it. We said it for a reason. It's and remember, it is going to go, my energy is going to go very Plutonian and like digging deep into the shadow and some ouchy bits, because that's just my energy full stop. But because of the Mercury conjunct the Pluto aspect, and then this being a dark moon as well, it is all about the shit that people don't say, but I'm the person to say it. Charitable actions should be expressed with compassion instead of sympathy. Only then can you receive and surround others with beautiful light and love that is open to all in its purest element. We're okay with love and light if it's genuine. Tap into, is that somebody talking shite, or is it somebody that's genuinely doing that? Love and Ascension, Master Paul the Venetian, is signalling your attention to ask you to be more compassionate in your life with family, friends, and colleagues, and understanding that you're all on a separate journey. See, that's really beautiful, because that's simultaneously talking about me and my friend understanding that we've both been going through a lot of stuff and it's nothing personal to one another, and we've actually both been sending each other a lot of prayers and healing energy back and forwards, you know what I mean? Without actually talking. I know it sounds weird, but it's what happens. We're all telepathic. So. But also knowing the difference between friends and anyone else in your life, that and even people you've worked with, that happens to me, it's happened to me in the past, it'll happen to me again, that you're on a separate journey now, on your spiritual journey, and you don't need to go alongside it together. Know the difference. You can still love and forgive people, as they keep pulling me to forgiveness. Light flashes, feathers, and unusual animal interactions have messages for you from the animal realm. Unusual animal interactions. Let me know below if you've heard some of that. That's quite funny. It was like I was talking about recently on a session that, you know, I've always had animals and babies that are just drawn to me. And even the people's pets are like, oh, you know, that dog doesn't like anyone, or that cat doesn't like anyone. And then they would actually come and want to sit on me, not leave me alone. And that person has a similar experience. And also, it might have something to do. I mean, it doesn't need to be that, but it might have something to do with the fact that we've some of our houses are exactly the same, and some of our planets are exactly the same. So, but yeah, that was quite funny. But a lot of you will have that. You know, they feel the genuine energy of unconditional love around us, especially dogs. Dogs are unconditional love. Like I say all the time, I've got loads of power animals that work with me, but the dog is the unconditional love energy at my heart. Very loyal, full of unconditional love. Again, like I always like to make a wee joke about, if you can't see that and who I've got unconditional love to in particular, but I heal with the energy of unconditional love, then you are blind, my friend. You're blind. But anyway, the time is now. Express your heart with full freedom. Chase your heart. Wow, if I remember, that's going in the title. That's beautiful. The time is now. Express your heart with full freedom. Chase your heart. It just reached 38 minutes as well. There might be something significant about you or your twin being 38. The sacred crystal is celestite rather, and the affirmation is, I surrender my fear and open my heart with gratitude. I've just realised that is actually in line with the shorts for today, actually, because I pulled higher heart activation, compassion, or higher heart opening, I think it says, and divine masculine. So yeah, this is the day that I said to pray and send love to your divine masculines. And like I said, that's just a really beautiful, I've just connected the dots here. That's a really beautiful confirmation. Oh, and actually that's important that you know that. So the way that I've just connected with that friend, it was actually me that's well, put this way, there was a synchronicity that's happened that, like, I've just felt it was time to send a wee not hesitate and send a text to her. So there could be something in that as well. But actually, it was she's reached out to me first in another way, and then I've got back to her. So anyway, I'm not going into all the details, but so basically that's symbolic of a divine masculine making the first move towards a divine feminine, because my friend's in divine masculine energy, and then the divine feminine responding with warmth and love. Oh my god, that's wow, see, every interaction is, and if my friend's quietly watching this, she'll probably be amazed at that too. I might say to her to watch. So anyway, so right, here's that. So again, divine masculine, regardless of your gender, there's a really big, massive message there. Treasure, no, wait a minute, I thought it said treasure, but it says increase your knowledge. Education brings opportunities. Take a course, pick up a book, or find a mentor to teach you what your soul longs to know. Again, I really do feel this can, see how it can speak to both. It's like, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, it's like if you're divine feminine, you know, you could be getting guided to other teachers and mentors to help you with this part of your journey, whether it be in to do with your work, your spiritual gifts, or you know, the support that you and your twin flame need within what's going on between you and them. Again, I'm a twin flame teacher that's a bit of both. I primarily help people with their calling and their inner union, basically falling in love with themselves. Because when you fall in love with yourself and you do what makes you happy, that does attract in your one, you know, the other half of your soul. But if you're already sort of past that part and you're needing support with you and your twin flame, I help people with that bit too. So it really just depends where you're at. But I feel that's for divine masculines that are getting a real, I don't know, they're getting a real hunger for learning more about the twin flame journey, their spiritual stuff, their own calling, all that kind of stuff. We've got, right, so this was the card for the divine feminine, free spirit. So if you're divine feminine, regardless of your age, you're free spirit, full stop, point blank. And you're really in that, you know, you're in that freedom energy of the divine feminine, following your creativity. Yeah, absolutely. And I just realised, I just saw a synchronicity before that about, you know, that's how you know when you're fully in your feminine, when you're following all that, your creativity and your passions and letting it all go with the flow and all of that. Which, like I said, I've been doing that. Depends which way you look at it, but I've been doing that now for 9 years is only how long I've had crystal clear visions. Like I said, I'm very futuristic, so I leapt on getting on with my calling quite some time ago. Whereas it's really common to stay in fear about it, but with me, that's why I always share that it might not look like I was in fear about certain things, but I was. Like there was other layers to it. Like I knew that I had way more to show and to share and to give, and I had to reach it, and some of it in small increments. Some of it was big leaps of faith. That's just my energy. So the divine masculine to go with this divine feminine, mountains stand your ground. So yeah, I feel if you're the divine feminine, by you embracing your divine feminine energy, your creativity, focusing on you and being happy, you're helping your divine masculine to stand their ground and like overcome these mountains. And it's just funny that we're still in you know, quite a lot of Capricorn placements which are about the mountain goat climbing the mountain. I mean, right now we're in Capricorn moon, and it's Venus in Capricorn and Mars in Capricorn, and also the moon in Capricorn, your feelings, your intuition will at some point meet up with Mars, which is the planet of action. It's also the planet of anger. So just be aware of that. Actually, right now as I'm saying this, Venus is pretty much near enough conjunct the moon. So that could be stuff about stuff about following your calling, destined and fated. This could be actually very destined and fated events with love, and they're pulling me at the I love you Toblerone again, and now they're pulling me at follow your heart, it will always know where to lead you. Yeah, it's not particularly romantic, because Capricorn is not a romantic sign, but it is a long lasting. It is actually the sign of marriage and commitment, and look at how I was waffling on about marriage at the start. Like, it's yeah, this could be an energy of people wanting to make like commitments and work, love to your calling, anything you're passionate about, because Venus is what you value, and things to do with money, like it's starting things to do with, because there's the forward movement, momentum of all the planets going direct. It's a good time to start things. Not literally as I'm doing this, because it's a dark moon. Like, for instance, after I do this, I'm just going back to my bed in the dark. Like, basically, that's how I'm feeling today. Like, that's how I'm like, don't be fooled by the chirpiness. Like, I just need to be here today to regain my energy, and then I'll, like, it just depends. Some new moons, it's for new beginnings, yes, but some can be more quieter starts to a new moon, because a new moon is about, like, you know, new beginnings, but it can be going within as well. But the dark moon is absolutely about going within. So anyway, blah blah blah. Right, whatever. So, you know how I keep going blah blah blah, like whatever. That's because I'm experiencing that. Like just really wanting to move more into my telepathic galactic self. So we'll just have to work with that. I'm just sharing it because I've spoke to other people that are feeling the same. Happens to me every now and again, but I'm just really shifting into more of that energy. It's the only way I can put it. It's to do with what's going on in the planet, basically. Where a lot of us are leaning more into telepathy rather than words. Yeah. But this is within you as well. Like, remember you're a free spirit and stand your ground. You don't want to be like everybody else. That's what Aquarius says. But this is about you and your twin too. Being a free spirit and the Divine Masculine stand their ground. So Divine Masculine, remember you've got a free spirit side and stand your ground. Divine Feminine, remember you're a free spirit and you need to stand your ground. And I feel that specifically with what was going on about stand your ground with if people are coming towards you that you don't trust, and trust yourself with that. And even the fact that they got me to catch the Save the Last Dance classic at that bit where Nikki, goes in and, does the, I mean, she's she's a hot karmic, but okay, that's the thing, they didn't really covet your Divine Masculine's ugly, put it that way. And a lot of them are fucking weird, and they go at your Divine Masculine's looking like a doppelganger of you, you know what I mean? Like, I see that a lot out there that happens. And I don't fucking know if it's ever happened in mine, but anyway, but it's like, it's, yeah, like, that is just, it's a brilliant example of luring somebody in with sexual energy, and it's just hilarious. When you look at the comments in that video, it's like, as if you'd be hanging around to fucking watch your man dancing with their ex like that. I'd be in a taxi. You know what I mean? She's fucking standing looking like a fucking spare part. I'd be like, fuck you, mate, I'm away. Do you know what I mean? They'd become the ex at that point, guys. They'd become the ex. Do you know what I'm saying? And there you go. You see, because I'm in my shadow. That's you seeing that if I wasn't on the twin flame path, I wouldn't stand for any of this shit. Would the fuck? But I am a twin flame. So it's about forgiveness and unconditional love. And it's funny. But it's funny, isn't it? Like, that's why I have to make it clear that it's like, if I was talking, put it that way. That's the only way I can put it. Right, so, because when people are spiritually asleep, they are coming from a different place. And then when they wake up after a spiritual awakening, but it's still your call. They're a different person. They go for a rebirth. And that's what Jesus and forgiveness is all about. Right, so Divine Feminine wants to say to this Divine Masculine, you're the first person I think of when I wake up and the last person before I go to sleep. And I miss you so much. My heart hurts. That's really freaky. Because remember, I didn't look at these until this moment. And I did shuffle them. And that one has come out on the shorts. So, wow. And our beliefs were just too different. I couldn't reconcile mine to yours. So again, in the past, or it could still be presently, but this feels like in the past, this masculine felt like this feminine was quite wild and a bit of a free spirit, and like, just, it was too much. Like, they're careful that they're not getting me to say you were too much, but you could take it that way too. But remember, it means that part of them was too much for them to accept. Deep, isn't it? But that's really what it is. If a Divine Masculine has felt that their Divine Feminine is too much of a free spirit, or too out there with their spiritual gifts, or just too different, it's really that the person couldn't reconcile that part of them. Like, they hadn't accepted that they've got that part in them. And like I said, for whoever you are, you might still not be there yet, but we've got karmic relationship. And yeah, so basically this means two things. That's when this could have been quite karmic, as in your twin flame could have acted not so great towards you. And then look, that's fucking amazing that they just got me to mention that about Save the Last Dance, because although he, like Derek in the film, the names might be relevant when I mention the names, but disregard it if it's not. But it's just because I don't do it a lot. I don't mention the names, so if I do, I'm always like, is that someone's twin? But he then, he snaps out of it, and you can see he even shakes her hand off, like, quite brutally. Like, the girl that's, like, because she's, basically, the point is, she doesn't want him. She just doesn't want him to be with anyone else. And that's what a lot of toxic karmic energies are like. They might not even want your person. They just don't want them to be with you. And that's fucking dark and toxic and not right. But it's control, basically. You know what I mean? But we forgive people like that because they've learned it from whoever around them. And it's like a generational pattern that needs to be broken. By standing your ground. Oh, wow, yeah, this does all fit, doesn't it? Like, in that case, the Divine Masculine needs to stand their ground against people that are being like that around them. But yeah, so you and your twin flame could have been being rather karmic to one another. Like you could have seen each other as in competition or like enemies even. This does happen. We're in the shadow, I'm being honest about twin flames. It can happen when confusion gets involved. But I do also feel this is about divine masculines that are either still in a karmic relationship or coming away from one, a romantic one. Or because remember in that film, that is his ex that is just hanging around like a bad smell. um or the karmic energies could be family or friends or a job or all that kind of shit. So fleeting triggers, turmoil, resentment, lessons, letting go, and loving you. So whoa, and see how that's why they're like, no, keep that at the start, because which I always would, but it's because of what I said. Some people's karmic relationships were friends. So that would be just letting a friend, in inverted commas, back in your life that was this would be just as bad as like, you may as well be like, oh, all my exes that have fucked me over, just come and fucking hang out and have a cup of tea. You don't do that. You know what I mean? Most people don't do that. Like, anyway, so that's that. That's really amazing because I didn't know that card was there. And I'm mind blown. I'm taking responsibility for my mistakes. I mean, I can't. That's just wow. This is going to be a long video. I don't know how long each pile is going to be, but yeah, so with all that crap's going to make sense to different sets of twins. If it doesn't make sense to you, it's not yours. Again, the way this is going, it could be, again, if you're somebody that hasn't seen your twin flame in 20 years and whatever, all that kind of shit, and you're like, these ones don't make sense to me, take a deeper look, because it can be your own energy too. It's just the wordy bits that might not make sense. But even that, energetically, it could. I don't know for each person. But yeah, this divine masculine, is taking responsibility for the mistakes. I feel they were misled by karmic. Well, it can be a mixture of everything. It could be like karmic exes, because of them showing me the scene in Save the Last Dance, and also but in Save the Last Dance too. And I knew they were telling me that because when I caught it not long ago, I channeled about this. Remember, he's like the best friend is just like a total wronging, as in like he's getting the guy that's trying to be a doctor and make something of himself and get out of the hood, isn't it? They're in a real kind of like, fucking shooting and all shootings and stabbings and like, a really kind of dodgy area where it's like he's trying to better himself and the friends try to hold him back, but the friend's evil because the friend actually goes in and threatens a woman in a toilet, like about drug money or something, and it's pretty dark. So make this. It's like just use this equivalent. It can just be basically the equivalent of people having karmic friends or family or kind of bullyish kind of people around them that are holding them back, because the guy in the film just keeps letting the dickhead friend away with everything because he feels a sense of loyalty because the friend stood up for him in some kind of, I think they got in a fight at one point and the friend took the slack for it, like he might have even went to jail for him. I think that might be a thing. So it's like he feels tied and bound because of that. But even in these situations, you know what I mean, like that's not right. That's not really a friend if someone's going to hold you to something forever like that. And that's why I say with you and your twin flame, if you're, you always see it, and I see it all the time in other people's channels where it's like my divine masculine's done this and that and they're a this and they're a that and blah blah, and it's like, yeah, but again, look how much shade you're throwing on your own energy. If that is your twin flame, you're actually throwing shade on your own energy. And yeah, those of us that are a teacher and a guide for people, you do need to touch on things from here and there about your twin flame journey. But personally, from my perspective of what I talk about me and mine, I feel I'm classy about it. If other people feel different, then I can't help that. I can't help what you perceive. But you know what I mean? It's like shit happens between twin flames, but you should keep that in mind, that it's like we've all got a shadow and we're all balancing the light and dark with one another. And it's kind of like why I'm enjoying doing these past life readings. I don't think there'll be one today though. This is said of it, that we've all, I truly do believe everyone's had some sort of past life as a not so great, person with however dark it goes. But it's like you get another chance to right those wrongs. That's the way that I look at it. So forgive yourself. And that, notice how that can be in the past when you were a man, if you're a woman in this life, or if you were a not so nice woman and you're a woman in this life, however it goes, but it can also be the past in this life. So in that film, that guy that's making that's making something of himself and wanting to get out of being surrounded by karmic energies, he has a past. Like, he was breaking into cars and, doing wrong shit and that, and now he wants to go and be a doctor. You know what I mean? Use these examples for whatever it fits. You're like, what are they getting me to do here? Right, they want me to now just show you the card set. So these were the ones that I got led to that were just randomly sort of, these were lying beside the deck, and then these were the ones, I think at the bottom and the top. So, oh, that's annoying because I'm going to have to, see, I really just think everyone should watch all the piles. No, that's too confusing. I'll do them at the end. It just means they won't come out when I shuffle the, yeah, anyway, whatever. Right, so, but I was going to do this. So what is the feeling that is standing in the way of pile A before I go into pile B? What is the feeling that is standing in the way for the feminine towards the masculine? And your own feminine towards your own masculine? Purpose in reverse. I know what I'm here to do. So I feel that's very clearly divine masculine energy is not listening to their own feelings, intuition, their divine feminine energy about their purpose. Or that's what they were doing in the past. And if it's upright, I know what I'm here to do. And notice how that came out in the shorts. That's so funny. I only remember that because I just watched it again today. They guided me to watch the one that was about, actually, this is a really important message for the twins that are in those kind of connections where your twin's still with a karmic energy. Yeah, interesting. Okay, it doesn't need to be romantic, it can be anyone, but that's when I got that download. Right, so, and on the bottom we have judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges, and that was integral to this pile, whether it's talking about past or present or future energies, because it's like there was judgment from the masculine about the feminine being a free spirit, when really it's like, it's just they hadn't embraced that part of themselves yet. But also remember, this was what's standing in the way for the feminine. So just take note of that, feminines, that you know what you're here to do. Follow your life purpose, although some of you might not be doing that because I pulled that out in reverse. I said it could be triggered today, that's a message. Some of you might be, so this could be talking about in the past when you weren't following it. Like, I could take that for myself. I know in the past when I wasn't truly following it, and I know that I am now. And it's kind of like, but so don't judge your masculine, because they've got their own unique path and challenges. Like, basically, don't judge. Yeah, and that's why they got me to say that about on other channels. When, see, because a lot of the people commenting on some twin flame channels, not here because I protect this channel. If you're new, I have a lot of protection around this channel, and I'm not saying that we never get trolls. Very rarely do we get on the live chat. People can back me up on this. Every now and again we might get somebody like a troll, but it happens like hardly ever. It'll probably happen on something like a Scorpio moon or a Pisces moon. They'll slip through somewhere, but it's not even a big deal because I put that much protection around. So it's just, you can tell when people don't. This keeps coming through. Like, that is one of my biggest frustrations, is I just see really big massive channels that think they're protecting their energy because they're ringing a bell or tapping a bell or, I don't know, calling on the angels, but you're not protecting yourself from the dark stuff, which there is. And I feel that's going to become, I don't know, I just feel I'm going to be attracting more people to help with that. Darkness has another meaning now. So what's standing in the way for the masculine? Abundance in reverse. Quite simply, somebody could be working on their money right now. Or they just don't feel like they've got an abundance. They just don't feel good. They don't feel an abundance of happiness around them to come forward. I'm a limitless being and I can manifest whatever I desire in my physical reality, but it came out in reverse. And on the bottom, envy. Wow, this is deep, right? But there is either in the past, and that's what this person has worked through, or currently, somebody actually could be envious of their feminine by being such a free spirit. And that's complicated, but remember, it's because you knew you had it in yourself that was really triggering that you weren't doing it. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. See how I can see how those messages, I'll be able to see it better when I watch it back myself, but it's like, I can see how those messages are mirroring. It's like this divine masculine twin, yeah, had a bit of weird feelings towards their twin for, like, it's, I could feel admiration too, but there was also, it's not jealousy, it's just kind of like, fuck, I wish I could be doing that too. And the thing is, you will, because it's your own energy. but it's important to acknowledge it and see that that's what was behind it, right? Boom, drop the mic, love it, right? Okay, so let's see what comes out with the green kyanite. If you chose B, and I'll just look at the oh yeah, if you chose B, so that's quite good because it's nearly at 1 hour. We've got why is it in that? Oh, I'll need to put them round this way now. Right, so oh, that's weird that I just mentioned white buffalo calf women in the shorts earlier, and I don't, yeah, and abundance. They were trying to get me to mention it there with that last card in the last pile, but that's my energy. One of the many energies that I work with. Patience. Right, okay, so let's read this one. So, if you chose B, this is the energy for you and your twin. Oh, that's the one I got drawn to in the book. So it's 1 hour exactly. Galactic vibration. And again, like I said before, this is for your own inner energy, but it can be for you and your twin. And if it doesn't make sense, it's because it just isn't yours. Bits of it can be for you though. Personal conviction, raising your resilience, direct channel. Om was thought to be the first sound heard through the universe. The mystical syllable has been associated with cosmic sound and divine principles for centuries. While scientists can speculate the age of the universe, its vibrational influence continues to alter Earth's surface and structure. A galactic connection often feels like a lightning bolt, that's very new moon in Aquarius tomorrow, shooting down through the higher crown at the speed of light. That's a bit like what some of the messages that come through me. That's like when I said recently in one of the videos, some of you literally get the messages that you need to hear for you to do the next part of your journey through me. I mean, I know that, but it's really, that could be said by everyone that tunes in, but there's some people that feel it like a lightning bolt, and only you're going to know if that's you. Being energetically tapped by a higher dimensional galactic energy of evolved consciousness is an intense experience and not one to be taken lightly. These high energies of 100% pure light consciousness operate on vastly different scale to any other energy form. Those that experience these connections are direct channelers. Caution is always required at this level. That's so crazy, because that's why I keep saying don't attempt to do some of the things that you see me doing either in public or in a personal session. Do you know what I mean? So I'm stressing that, you know what I mean? It's and I don't know what bits that's about, but well, I do know what bits about, you know what I mean? It's kind of like we've all got our different path. The galactic vibration is one of the, wait a minute, where did I get to here? The galactic vibration is one of the divine expression, the universe's continual energy expansion alongside the remnants of its early beginnings, is the reality of creative intelligence, divine intelligence. Galactic Ascension Master Galadriel is encouraging you to explore your innate connection to the universal God spark. As you're called to a higher purpose, you'll be a support and strength for others who experience troubled times. Continuing in the face of your own adversity builds resilience and conviction of spirit. Again, this is about bringing in the twin flames truly in line with their twin flame mission, either alone at first or you and your twin flame, and us all being new earth, you know, leaders of the new earth, but not like it's in the way of we're all rising in our power together. That's really what this is about. But I'm going to be, these are really strong messages for, I feel some twins that are like either in union already or about to be, and I can just feel the energy coming in at my heart. There's a lot of healing going to your heart if you're open to it. And remember, the card for today, they're timeless, but it does feel relevant for today, was higher heart consciousness or something, for divine masculine in particular, actually. Continuing in the face of your own adversity builds resilience and conviction of spirit. The photographic beauty of star systems will inspire you to further your connection to the stars as you gaze at the wonder of their mysterious universal creation, reminding you to aim high and reach for the stars. Another cool synchronicity is on the shorts for either today or tomorrow. I got drawn to the purpley, galactic-y looking. It's for tomorrow. It's for the new moon. Galactically looking picture. So it's funny that I've pulled galactic vibration. It's meant to be. Helping humanity is also a conscious choice to help yourself. Yep, we're all one. Tektite is a crystal, and the affirmation is, I activate my galactic vibration for higher humanity. I speak with informed guidance. Hello, that is so new moon in Aquarius. I think it might be hello. That's what I was meaning at the start when I'm like, hello. I don't like when I do that, but hey, there's not all bits that we love about ourselves. It sometimes comes out. I'm just being funny. So the other message for this twin flame pairing, or the energy within yourself, is both is you're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you've been contemplating. Wow, oh my God. That is so in line with the channeling for Wednesday today that was about that. It was about this divine masculine's being guided to release karmic energy or something like that, and like making changes to do their career. So if that's you, this is a double confirmation for you, but you're ready for more. You're ready for more. And actually think about it. It's like some divine masculines, it's like it's like you're being compelled because you're being pulled to your twin, but also that's talking about being a channel. So it could be specifically for some divine masculines where your divine feminine is already a channel or a channeler or a healer or something like that. Or it could even be like your divine feminine's a healer in some kind of different way, and you're going to be the channeler. It's just different for different people, but it's something to do with that. But you're ready for more either way. And so we've got patience. So this is the divine feminine card. So divine feminines are about patience. Surely I don't explain that one, but it's like have patience. You've come this far. Have patience on the journey, because your divine masculine is stepping into understanding what true abundance is. Peacekeeper, let go, they need to be right. But again, this is white buffalo calf woman, and that's the energy that I talk about all the time. If you're new, if you want to go and find the week, by the way, I can't actually control how fast this message is coming through, so we're just rolling with it. I do talk very fast, but I'm talking even faster today. It's just coming out like a fucking train. So this might be how fast somebody's coming towards you, so it's like it's really funny, but it's just coming out really fast. That basically this divine masculine's coming to terms with like, look, letting go, they need to be right. Like I feel wherever their ego is getting in the way, it's like this divine masculine's done the work around that and they really just want peace. But this is also about abundance. So however this divine masculine looked at money before, I feel that's changing and they truly just want to be happy. So yeah, we're proud of whoever this is for. So this divine feminine saying divine masculine, I can feel you thinking about me, and please, oh God, it's that one, guys, but we have to put it down because it's what came. That's funny, I could have just chucked that away there because there's 2 extra cards. I'm not saying it because I just can't, it makes me cringe, but you can read it. Please don't worry, and whatever pet name you want to call them, everything's working out, take your time to heal. I do call mine that, I'm not going to lie, right? Cutting about the house and that, making a cup of tea. If I feel like he's worried, I do say shit like that. I'm just going to own it. Sorry, but it's true. Quite funny if he turns up and he doesn't like being called that, but anyway. I'm so proud of you. Dark night of soul is rough. Please have patience with yourself. That is just so beautiful. That's like really beautiful. Time has brought me the clarity about us. I made the wrong choices. Wow. I mean, wow, you know what I mean? So again, this could even be right. Now, obviously it can be that, again, this is why I'm saying watch all the piles, but like I was just channeling about Save the Last Dance, because they made me catch that yesterday. I didn't even watch it all, I just watched that bit and then found something else, but it's like in that film, they're making me talk about it again, in that film, it's like they're being, everything's going against them not to be together. In that film, it's actually about race, so which disgusted me at the time when I was younger, and it still disgusts me now. But it could be absolutely anything. Things standing in the way of you and your twin flame, just people trying to cause issues. It's jealousy though. It always comes down to jealousy and envy. But I really do feel that this masculine as well could have actually just focused on their work career, could have been a workaholic, and just they didn't prioritise the connection. You know what I mean? And then that's why I feel this divine masculine is now in a dark night soul. But it could have been that they then did, get other people. It will definitely have been for a lot of people that they've got other people in the mix too. Like they've picked somebody else because it was easier to be with them than to face all this, to just face all the intensity of the twin flame connection. And the pile that I'm going to show at the end of this, just the random cards that we're kicking about, will basically make sense for that message. Where if I just, I'll find them after. Right, mirror. Oh yeah, look, as I was saying that, I was holding that. Oh, this is funny. Look at the divine masculine message I'm about to share. So yeah, you're the divine mirror, and it's like again, like pile 2, there's been a lot of triggering here, mirroring each other, self-image, relationships, reflect on our wounds, introspection. This person's either currently in a dark night of soul, and that's why the feminine's like, look, I'm really proud of you. 2 messages are basically saying, like, don't worry, everything's working out, take your time to heal, and I'm so proud of you, Dark Night Soul's rough, have patience with yourself. And isn't that so beautiful that the card is patience, and I can feel you thinking about me. It's like, this is like so, I mean, this is going to get me crying, but it's like, that's why, and they're pulling me, I love you, Toblerone over there as well, but I'm not showing it, so just trust me that my eyes are being drawn to it. It's like, this masculine can feel the love that the feminine's sending them, and they're sending the love and the gratitude back, especially because Buffalo Calf Woman's about that. But it's also, they're just reminding me what just happened with interaction with me and one of my friends I hadn't caught up in a while. Like, we were both doing the same thing, and that's why I'm saying, that's why they got me to say that. So, beautiful. And I've got a tarot reading on you, so that might help too. It's not just that they've been in solitude getting the insights from God, that I feel this masculine has, either it could be catching something like this that is really clarified and opens up, because again, that happens over the years. That's happened with loads of people, where someone's watched something of mine and it's given the epiphany to realise who. In fact, it happened even more recently, that someone was saying that to me, that like they watched one of these and it helped them work out who their actual real twin was, because that's one of the many parts of my calling, is to help you know who your real one is and stop wasting time trying to make a karmic a twin flame, you know what I mean? Like, but again, that's part of your journey. But it's like, it's some people have gotten it. See, that's another shadow. Some people are quite attached to being right about who the person was, that they're not willing to let it to be like, do you want the real one to come in or not? And again, I tap into my past self from that. I mean, my very past teenage self, because that's what I've channeled about for years, all about that anyone that was in my life at the time will know what that was like. But I just know that, people were just hoping and praying that I saw the light of day about who I had an unhealthy attachment to, and I did. All I know is I woke up one day and it was like I woke up from a nightmare, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck? Now I see what everyone else was saying. And it's just getting to 111. So, and so with me just channeling that, because I feel I was in the masculine energy when that happened to me, you see. That's why I don't often say that, but that's what I feel. I was in the masculine energy, and I basically could see exactly that wasn't healthy. I wouldn't have been using this. Well, I definitely wasn't using these same words, but it was the same experience. And so that's why I know that my twin at some point has to have mirrored that experience of, just similar. And again, you let go of whatever, but this is how I'm going to help you with this. So, but I do feel as well, there's another message coming through here. It's like someone's went for a specific individual, and I've just been drawn to 1144 there again. So that's like 5 times now or something, isn't it? Throughout the whole video. I feel somebody's had a personal reading that has confirmed that it's like, you like this person, your divine feminine really loves you. They pray for you. They've been patient, wanting you to see the truth. They understand when you haven't seen the truth. Like they've been understanding, and they still understand about any karmic energies around you. If it's really sensitive karmic energies like family or friends, or because some friends are like family too, but whatever the situation is, like they've saw clearly what was going on, and they knew that they were going to have to be very patient. Like it could even be that the feminine, I feel like some of the feminines have realised this could potentially be years before my masculine sees through these people. And you may have had direct clarity on who the karmic energies were, or you might just have had a feeling, because they're pulling me the word mediumship down there. So I feel somebody's went to like a medium, or could have been at one of these kind, when it's like you have like group, and that's funny because it was like someone had said to me recently, oh, there was a mediumship thing nearby where I am. And it could be like someone's went to a mediumship night or something, and then they've been given a message, but it's something like that. It could be seeing a video like this on YouTube where somebody's really spoke to them, but I feel that would then give someone a taste to go and get clarity. But again, remember, some divine masculines could be thrown off the path because they might be a great medium or a psychic in terms of reading for other people, but when it's a twin flame journey, they could read it wrong. That is absolutely a thing that I say all the time. But this doesn't feel like that. It's like this masculine's in a dark night of soul because I feel they've had something confirmed about making the wrong choices, and I feel it has been confirmed by having a personal reading. Fucking hell, that's pretty deep, isn't it? Right, okay, so or they're yet to do that. It might be something in the future. So, but again, so divine masculines, regardless your gender out there, just look out for that, because I feel too many people can let themselves be devastated by like getting a personal reading, and then the person be like, oh my God, it must be right because this person's just said that, and the next thing. Like, for instance, think about it, on the dark side of this, it could be that like a divine masculine gets a reading about a divine feminine and the person talks absolute shite, and that's because some tarot readers are dark high priestesses there to knock you off your purpose and your, like, send you away from your twin flame. And let's face it, some karmic energies could be friends with people that are psychic, and anyone can fucking own a deck of cards, guys. It doesn't mean they've got a gift from God. You know what I mean? There's some psychic people out there that are evil. Like, I surely don't need to explain this, but I think I do because they're getting me to say it. But we're clearing that because I wasn't feeling that so much. I was feeling it's this person's had clarity from that, and I just got drawn at 444 there too. See, angels, maybe an angelic healer or something. What's standing in the way for the feminine and the masculine's feelings and intuition? Pride. Fucking hell. So again, remember, that's why I always say that on the end about the masculine's feelings, because pride, I love myself and see myself in everyone, but it's pride in reverse. So the masculine energies and feminines take on board this came out for you as well, that it's like, look, pride could be standing in the way, and worry. I'm learning that worry doesn't change the outcome. So make sure you're not letting pride and ego and worry stand in the way, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. And that actually makes sense with what I've just channeled here. Somebody made the wrong choice, and now they could be letting worry, fear and doubt and pride get in the way. Especially if the feminine has saw this coming or something. But again, don't let that get in the way, because would you rather just be happy and have peace, and or just let something stupid like that get in the way? I know that's got nothing to do with what I was saying, but I was just started hearing that by saying something stupid like I love you. So I figured something might be a bit of an argument at first, and then it's like somebody blurts out their feelings or something. Well, let me know if that happens, but I did get a wee hit at that. Because I was hearing the Robbie Williams and Nicole Kidman, look what I just said, because it's God speaking through me. Peace. Yep. This is what's standing in the way, the masculine, but there's nothing standing in the way, because that wasn't. So take note, feminine, it could be your pride and worry that's standing in the way. But it is the masculine's feelings too, but the masculine's coming with peace. So it's nothing standing in the way. Peace, happiness, and denial. To be fair, these fell on the floor, so I do think right now the masculines are feeling a bit unhappy, but they're coming out of denial, and they just want to find their peace. I'm a being of love, and I release all negative energy. They're in the process of releasing the negative energies that they made the wrong choices about. I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness, because they've come into awareness, again, could be through the tarot reading, and happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I'm on the right path, and they know that you're their person, because the more they come closer to you, if this person's already in your life or they've made the clear decision to come towards you, the happier they feel. God, that's beautiful. Right, so we'll put these down here now. So, if you chose... Oh, for fuck's sake, where are they? Oh, fuck, by the way. Wait a minute, I just need to slow down, because I've got a pile of stuff that I'm like... I don't know where I've put that pile of stuff now. Is it here? No, that's that one. So that's the piles I've been doing. That's the ones. I had them in my hand. Where did I put them? Now I can't stop saying that song. Now saying something stupid like I love you. Right, where is... Maybe I'm not meant to show them anymore, because I can't find them unless it's not here. Bizarre, but okay. I will. Oh, wait a minute, is that there? Yeah, I found it again. It's okay. So you might have thought all was lost. You'd lost something that you really didn't want to lose, or that you really cared about, because obviously it's not that deep when it's the cards, but that was symbolic or something, because I was like, where is that? Okay, so if you chose, let's take these out of the shot. If you chose selenite, I'm going to put the wee selenite underneath the big selenite, so there might be some sort of meaning in that. Like, what's coming to me is like, there could be children involved with this, because that looks like a mummy or a daddy selenite, and that's the baby selenite. So I don't know if that's relevant, but that is just what sprang to mind. Or this could be about healing your inner child, the mini you. So we've got Cosmic Wave. Again, very new moon in Aquarius, and I'm just reminding people that I didn't know I didn't have even a sneaky peek at what the cards were, where I wanted to surprise myself here too. So maybe you're surprising yourself. New friendships, preparation, custodians. So I feel the new friendships that are being formed here are between soul family, but more specifically twin flames. So 9. Like I said, I do feel a lot of these messages, if not all of them, are for twins that are already in union or nearing union. But again, that can be everyone in some way. But you can even take it if you're still a while away from union. So, because nobody really knows. That's the whole new moon Aquarius thing, is it's shock, surprises, all of that kind of stuff. So, spiritually, cosmic waves symbolise the divine intelligence of energetic vibration. Light is a fractal with different wavelengths aligning to the energy centres of the body and levels of ascension. The resonance of the cosmic waves permeates our divine self for greater illumination and healing, assessing our divine blueprint, DNA, and cellular memory in an instant. Embodying the presence of divine wisdom, enlightenment, magical connection, the Earth's ascension keeper, Kuthumi, oversees the cosmic transference through the Earth's sacred light keepers and ascension masters. Now, I don't know about you, but that's absolutely what I am, as in I get guided to seed the light by walking by the sea a lot, which is where I live. And, I occasionally will get sent to different parts of the world to seed the light. Like I got sent, I just had the most amazing synchronicity pop up there as I was saying that, confirmation of what I was saying. But, yeah, like when I got sent to Italy right before the whole pandemic was announced, like you remember that's where it hit first in a big way, and I had literally just been there. So I know that they were sending me there to, well, basically it depends where you see it, but it was obviously, not to stop it, but it was to like that I'd grounded a little bit of healing energy to be able to help with a bit of what was going on. Depends where you see it, but right, so, but again, I've told this story loads, but they're getting me to say it. It was like I was there with my best friend, and I kept saying there's something really dark coming here. And I kept feeling like it was going to be like a flood because I was in Venice. But what it actually was obviously the pandemic. So, I didn't call it pandemic there, but you know what I mean. It's like I just knew I could feel a darkness coming, and I wasn't wrong. But also, it's because of what goes on in some of those buildings around there. So this cosmic transference through the Earth's sacred light keepers and ascension masters who are charged with the caretaking souls of the Earth, the northern and southern lights beautify their magnificence. Ascension Master Kuthumi requests that you clear your mind, opening your presence to accept the wisdom of the Earth's light keepers. This cosmic wave of pure intelligence is yours to access, but you must examine your energetic receptivity. As your intelligent mind and emotional body begin to accept these new light frequencies and the wisdom of the keepers, your energy will align to the divine sequence. This is quite simply the energy coming in with all the solar flares and the DNA codes and the light codes and the frequencies that are coming in, and especially the new moon Aquarius tomorrow. I mean, expect unexpected. Like people are going to have some pretty like massive spontaneous awake. That's why there could be a lot of spontaneous twin flame unions, because you could have masculines that suddenly go from being indecisive to knowing exactly where they want to go and wanting to get there really fast. Like that wouldn't be uncommon. But it also wouldn't have been completely out of the blue, because I feel a lot of the masculines I'm picking up on have been planning to make moves for a long time, and then they might just surprise. Oh yeah, remember I said surprise yourself. Somebody could just surprise himself and execute the plans. Connecting to the cosmic wave through bright colours such as pink, green and blue will amplify your intuitive presence and cosmic connection, awakening memories of the past, distant lifetimes for greater healing and accelerated learning for Earth and humanity. Again, this is why they've got me focused on past lives just now, because in this past life it's coming up for loads of people. It's just they're all happening simultaneously, and it's just people are just getting this awareness about it. 1, 2, 3 is fuck it, let's go. Like that's the time right now, and the thing. The world is at your feet. Explore the earth around you with new appreciation. These divine masculines are seeing their divine feminine, the connection, and the world in a whole new light. A whole new world. Herkimer diamond is the crystal, and my frequency rises in perfect resonance. I accept this integration with love. Wow. See, that could even make sense of why I've said on this that it's like I'm in absolute rest mode right now. I usually try to do that on a dark moon anyway, but this is definitely one of the dark moons that I'm in that even more. practical reasons were because I worked the weekend. So this is basically my Sunday right now. And I've been very strict with it. I have treated yesterday, absolutely yesterday was like a Saturday, because I didn't even do the weekly, I set the New Year for weekly Ascension reading, which is a big deal for me, right? Because it's like, oh, look, I've not done it. But it's like, who gives a fuck? You know what I mean? I know it's kind of like, I don't do that a lot, but that's what I was guided to do. And I just basically didn't have any energy. And I still don't, I've had energy to do this, but there's no way I'm going to sit there and do that weekly reading. I can't even be arsed doing it with my hands, to be honest. If I've got time after this, I might pull a card from the one of my newer decks, but if I don't, then I just feel I'll probably be doing that tomorrow, and it's a couple of days late. It's no biggie. So somebody needs to hear that. That's reflective of something on your journey. Here's another message from Archangel Michael. Recognise the signs from above. Angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to the guidance. So again, there's loved ones in spirit trying to send you signs about what would be more peaceful in your life. Remember, the dove to me is about God. So and actually these are both, actually that's got all my signs in it. The butterfly and the dove are energies that I work with my heart, and I'm very connected to feathers too. I was just, me and my beautiful soul sister were talking about feathers on my rings of feather on the, we were talking about that recently on a Zoom. So yeah, but anyway, it doesn't matter what signs are significant to you. Oh shit, I was also talking about that earlier on today with someone. Like I was saying about the signs that I see for my nana, and someone was sharing back with me that they see cardinals and what was it again? Cardinals and something else that someone had said to me that they see. So these things might be significant too. So the message for your divine feminine energy, or the feminine, the connection. But remember, this is your masculine, your feminine within you, and it's you and the person, a connection. We have re-energized. So yeah, see how that fits with what I was saying. It's like this feminine energy for this collective, you may be needing to take some time to re-energize. So a lot of feminine energies are doing their huge bit for humanity, but you need to take the time to look after you as well. So which I'm sure you do. Like I said, I take a lot of time to look after me too, but notice where you need to create the balance again. So for instance, I don't normally work a weekend, but when I'm guided to, that's fine. But as long as I create the weekend again later on somewhere, which is what I've done. So, and you can do it your own way. Like, it doesn't mean that I strictly haven't done anything like this, but it did mean that yesterday I didn't. Like, I literally didn't do anything yesterday, but I'd still, here's one I done earlier because I filmed in advance. And that's why I film things in advance, because I know that I get like that sometimes, that I need to just, I need to step away. And I've come back with a bang today. But yeah, magic guardian, unlock the magic within. So yeah, just know that for when it's your own energy, if you take the time to just rest and go within, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine, regardless of your gender, you come back and you unlock even more magic, because that's what's happened to me today. Love that message. But when it's a feminine, masculine, feminine, take the time to re-energize. Masculine, you're unlocking the magic within by pulling your energy back from all the karmic energies that have distorted who you are, I feel there's been gaslighting, you sharing dreams with people and people laughing it off, or just, I don't know, they're telling me to pull these cards. I feel somebody has tried to share some kind of insight they've had at some point. This actually feels like that could even be why I got drawn to the baby crystal and the daddy crystal, and I just said daddy crystal too. Could have specifically been a male around you, or doesn't need to be your dad. It could have been like saying it a granddad or an uncle, something like that. But whatever, whether it was a mum or a dad or some figure around you, you've tried to share a dream with someone at some point, and I feel they've kind of laughed at it or something. Remember, people can do this not meaning hurt. Sometimes people do mean, but a lot of the time people just say things and they don't realise the consequences of their actions. That's why you forgive people. But there's something I'm picking up on from childhood. You've tried to share something and it's put you off though, because somebody laughed, and it made me pick up the children's oracle cards from them. Finish what you started. You've started something important, now it's time to complete it. But it's like, you can't let limiting beliefs like that stop you from sharing your magic. Yeah, your art. This is somebody's very good at art. Again, now whether that is in the way that I do it, like in the creative way that I, like, so for instance on this I've channeled about films, and I've not brought in a lot of songs today, but I have, actually I probably have, I do it and I don't even notice, but you know what I mean, like that's the way that my creativity flows, along with whatever other ways. But I'm feeling like someone's really good at art or singing or something, or seeing the connections in dreams, because I can do that too. It's like, and someone's like laughed at it, draw, paint, think, and act in creative ways. And you'll know in the morning. When you wake up, you'll have a better idea about what to do, relax until then. But there's something that you need to, you started it when you were younger, and then you stopped it because of what I've just said, but you need to bring it back. And masculines, take the time to go in to re-energize, and that will unlock your magic. And the message from, wait a minute, why is it coming through like that? The message from the feminine to the masculine is, I need you to communicate your needs and I will communicate mine. We're a power couple, I'm proud to be yours. And it hurts when you ghost me. It makes me feel like I'm nobody special when I know that's not true. Oh God, that's an ouchy one today. But, and this is the thing, that's a good example of, although divine feminines understand that, you've still got feelings. So, you know, I have to just stress that for people, because I'm not about blame and guilt and shame. I know, I have to be specific here, don't I? I know that when my divine masculine has done that to me, my feeling is that he's not been ready to handle any of this, basically. You know what I mean? And but he also doesn't want to shut it down completely. Yeah. Anyway, but that's generally the case. You know what I mean? That it's just too intense. Anyway, so. And then look, would I be rejected if I contacted you? Do you still want me? How crazy is that? I mean, that makes sense. And that's why I allow them to bring in my own stuff when it, you know, because it did illustrate the point that it's like, if a masculine has rejected you, or if you've rejected your feminine at a time, it makes sense that the masculines are now waking up being like, fucking hell, are they going to do the same to me? But that's why I was stressed that it's like, I wouldn't ever reject my divine masculine, and you know what I mean. So I have to keep saying that so that he knows that. I might take a while to reply, because it depends. Like, for instance, if it's like a day, if he catches me a day like today, I might be fucking sleeping the whole day away. But as soon as I woke up and I had, you know, caught my bearings, I would reply like I would reply to anyone. So yeah, right. So. The golden mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Woo. So again, two things. Somebody could have been used to being around people like this, so they could have basically, you know, these words are quite harsh, but they could have basically done a bit of that back to you. Yeah, it's simple as that. But these words are really quite strong, so just be aware of this, because like personally, love bombing is very specific. Like, that's somebody that like comes in your life, you know, showers you with a whole load of love, and then they fuck off for like weeks on end or months on end, and then they would come back again, you know, 3 months later, 6 months later, like, oh, you know. And it's so, you know, be careful with that, because that's not usually the case with twin flames. Like, that's not a twin flame. Like, so for instance, like, none of that shit's ever happened with me and mine. Like, it's which is why it's so sensitive with twin flames. Like, you know what I mean? When my twin flame opens up, it's fucking real, because he's no done it. You know what I mean? Like, he's given indications, but very slight one. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it would be a big deal. So that's a very different thing. But when divine masculines or divine feminines can be, because both of you can be surrounded by that, or you still are, you can definitely, without meaning to, embody some of the traits of, you know, and then that's what can be so difficult, is your twin flame can mirror back to you things that you need to see, and we've got now is not the right time. So I really do feel it's like this masculine that I'm picking up on is in hermit mode. You know what I mean? Like, now's not the right time, because they're doing a lot of their own healing. But when they come out of that, they're wanting to know, like, would I be rejected? And I feel they need to shuffle this again. Oh God, that big pile nearly fell over. What else do we need to know about this? But yeah, I feel that's just for a select few, but I feel actually they're saying to me as well, like, a lot of the divine masters don't want to be seen as that, like, to their feminine. And I feel that's because a lot of the distortion out there, where on other channels, it's like, you've even got people in the comments being like, my twin flame's a narcissist, and do you know what I mean? Like, all this shit. It's like, you know, it could be pretty scary when someone's just trying to fucking, heal themselves, and it's like, oh my god, I don't want my twin flame to think that about me. But it's more the case that, divine masculines are surrounded by that themselves, and then they can take on the traits of that. But then when they wake up, it's like, oh fuck. And that's what a lot of people are taking personal responsibility for. It's not for everyone, but that is for someone. What's another message? And this is the thing, like, you need to take, if I'm talking to you, divine feminine, divine masculine, you need to take that on board too. Like, you know what I mean? Everybody's capable of everything, basically. I knew you were right, but couldn't admit it to myself or you. Yeah, there we go. That makes sense of what I'm saying. If someone's surrounded by narcissists, like, basically, that might be too strong for what people are surrounded by, but they keep getting me to say it, so it isn't for some. If you've got people around you that literally never admit when they're wrong, they never apologise, and they just start talking to you like nothing happened, people can. I've had that even recently, like where it's. I mean, I've experienced it a lot, basically. But karmic energies could do that, like where someone's in the wrong, and then instead of saying sorry, they just start talking to you again. And it depends what dynamic you've got in your life. But that's what they were getting me to say. So I've said that in one of the other piles. So that's why I say to people, it's best just to watch it all. But it's like, beware of people that come back into your life and they start doing that, because that's it's not learning any lessons. If someone's not taking responsibility for how they acted in the past and apologising so that you can move forward with a clean slate, that's not good. Everywhere I go, I look around as if you'll magically be there. Yeah, this masculine's like awake and really wanting to come in, and I still feel connected to you, but I've waited too long to reach out. Is it too late for us? That connects to what I said at the start about how sensitive twin flames are with one another. Beautiful. Right, so I hope that made sense to you, pile C. Now I'm going to timestamp this for messages for everyone. So before I decided, well, they told me, I didn't decide, like they told me I was going to do a pick a pile, and I didn't realise it was going to be this long, but it's just however long it was meant to be. These were the ones I was drawn to. Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. Quiet your mind and free your body. I feel many of us are being guided to do that right now, particularly in this dark moon if you're watching it in real time. Cathedral of light, stubborn attitudes, extending the olive branch in artistry. Again, I feel in this quietness, twins are being guided to forgive themselves, forgive one another, and release stubborn attitudes, and know that you're each other's soul family. You are each other's soul if you're twin flames, but this could be about soul family as well, because of what I spoke about with a happy reunion of me and my friend there as well that I spoke to before I'd done this. Support order from chaos. And Archangel Michael's been overseeing all of this, because I work very closely with Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael oversees all the twin flames. Heart of a warrior, divine protection, synchronicity, and that's why I got guided to use the divine, the Archangel Michael cards. And then look, and this is what's going on right now: energy attachments, energy exchange, negative influences, self-sabotage. So I always think that looks like David Bowie, but it's like basically, like there is a lot of like negative energy around divine masculines in particular, but divine feminines, be vigilant, because some of these, even if you feel like you've cleared that from your, from your immediate sort of people that you're around, or whenever you have to be around, there can be energies lurking, and entities they can be in anyone around you. So that's why it's important to cleanse your aura and your space every day. But it can also just be self-sabotage, whether you're divine feminine or divine masculine. Like, you could be letting pride and ego and denial get in your own way. But just remember, to cleanse your energy if you do feel that you've been particularly around some kind of negative influence, or especially because they were making me use the thing of that film, like the ex that is just, she's not even with the guy, but she's just trying to stop him from being happy because she can see that they're like a great couple. Right, so then at the back of the decks that I was using, communication and contentment were in reverse. So again, it's like, this is for the waves of twin flames, where it's like, it really is painful for you not to be in communication. Like, you're both really unhappy, but there is hope there for this turning around. So, because when we turn this around, we've got communication, and so I just feel it's going to be like, you're going to be really happy, and there is hope on the horizon coming in. What does that affirmation say? I'm becoming the most beautiful version of myself with each new day. That is a very beautiful affirmation to pop up when I'm doing this. Now, here's a bit of an ouchy one. Don't take it if it's not yours. This is either in the past or it could still be presently, but remember there's hope if this is you. I've committed to someone else because they don't challenge me. So in the past, this is what someone done that already came through in one of the piles. I think it was B, but don't quote me. It might have just been the last one. So that was either in the past or it could still be presently. But that's why there's, things can always turn around. Someone can be born again. New phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. Especially, didn't realise that. Especially because it says changed mind. Like someone's like, oh, no, sorry. That was self-sabotage. I'm coming in. The runner is coming in with unconditional love for paradise because I want to come back home. You're where I belong. Cause I'm running to you like you give me love, 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 crazy love. Boobly, it just came in because it reminds me of that card. Oh yeah, and I had another synchronicity today where someone mentioned the film Feeling Good. So yeah, that is Divine Masculines are feeling good and want to come home. Not for everyone, but this is when they get to that bit. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, flexibility, that's all the Capricorn energy. Somebody wants paradise with you. Look, they're like, I've got my big heart, I've healed it, and I want to come towards you. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction, and the runner. Yeah, this is what they were doing before. Are you runner and codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listen and ego, but the runner is coming back is what I'm getting from that. I want to come back home to you where I belong. Your smile makes me melt, and I pushed you away because I was scared. And I let my doubts and fears get the best of me. So these are just wee extra messages that may or may not resonate. So take what resonates and leave the rest. And remember, it's a general reading, so don't make it yours if it's not yours. I've been saying that a lot in client sessions recently, but I have to stress that not everything that I do is going to make sense to you. So don't force it to make sense to you. You know what I mean? You know your connection better. So whether it be something I'm saying or something other people out there are saying. Let's just do a quick, I'll do the weekly one tomorrow. If I don't do the weekly one tomorrow, there might just not be a weekly one for this week, and it's not the end of the world, but let's do one for the Divine Feminine Collective and one for the Divine Masculine. Divine Feminine Collective, what do we need to know about this week? And in particular, the new moon in Aquarius tomorrow on the 8th. Wait a minute, I'm saying tomorrow, it's on Friday. Fuck's sake, I'm like, see what I mean? I'm always one day ahead. It's on Friday. So it's Friday the 9th. So, but we're still in the dark. I still consider this a dark moon. For the feminine, regardless your gender, we have Ace of Earth Guardian. So I think that might be the Ace of Pentacles, but I'll just have a wee look. 64. So this can make sense for Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine's feminine side. My nose is really itchy, so there's a loved one in spirit hanging around. The time is right for your visions and goals to prosper. Revel in the abundance of support available and meet it with your clear intention and strategy. So that's the wee message that I wanted to pop in for whoever that resonates with. Oh God, and that's just... Right, I'm going to take it. They came out very quickly, but I'll take it. The Sun in reverse, and we've got Judgment and the World in reverse. So I'll just kind of read it quickly. This is the Divine Masculines are not happy. They're not happy because they can't complete some kind of karmic cycle. And it's like, Judgment Day. And then, oh my God, look at what... That has to be the thumbnail. Collective Awakening. Wow. That's pretty crazy. So, yeah, basically that's what I'm feeling. The Divine because the Sun is the Divine Masculine as well, remember. So, this is the Feminine's masculine side too, but the thing I'm getting is Divine Masculines are not happy because they're trying to complete, that. This is 21, the world coming full circles. It's actually, yeah, because it's got 21 on it, but it's like, so a Divine Masculine energy is trying to complete a karmic cycle, but it's making them increasingly unhappy because it's taking such a while, but it's all part of the collective awakening that's going on, and I'm going to read that. Patience, people. So you're being called to a new awakened life that which you no longer need will be discerned and purged. Oh, fucking hell, man. So that's pretty deep, guys, but that's the message. So that, yeah, I mean, that kind of fits with that. Like, if someone was committed to somebody else, however past or in the recent, it's changing with the collective awakening with the new moon in Aquarius. And yeah, big message. I could see why they got me out of my bed, and it's ending at 1:44. See ya.